The tension inside the crowded airport lounge was unmistakable. People rushed through the terminal, dragging suitcases and clutching passports, desperate to catch flights on time. In the middle of the commotion, a well-dressed black man named Marcus strolled calmly toward the boarding gate, his eyes tired but steady. Marcus wasn't just another traveler. He was the CEO of one of the fastest-growing airlines in the country. Yet, most people who passed him saw only a tall black man in a simple navy suit. When the boarding announcement rang out, Marcus smiled faintly. He had been traveling non-stop between cities, finalizing plans for new international routes. All he wanted now was a few hours of peace in his first-class seat. But when he reached his row, a blonde woman in her mid-40s was already seated there. She leaned back confidently, scrolling through her phone as though she belonged. Marcus cleared his throat politely. "Excuse me, ma'am. I believe you're in my seat." The woman didn't look up. Instead, she waved her hand dismissively. "I don't think so. I've had a long day, and I'm not about to move for someone like you." Her voice was sharp, tinged with entitlement. Passengers nearby turned their heads, sensing tension. Marcus remained calm, though his jaw tightened slightly. "I'm quite sure this is my seat. Could I see your boarding pass?" She snapped back. "Why should I? You're probably mistaken. Maybe coach is back there." She tilted her head toward economy. A hush spread through the cabin. Some passengers frowned, others pretended not to notice, but the discomfort was palpable. Marcus took a deep breath. He could have called a flight attendant to handle it quietly, but something in him decided differently. He leaned slightly closer and spoke in a low, even tone. "Ma'am, I don't think you understand. I own this airline." The woman froze. Her phone slipped slightly in her hand. For a moment, she blinked at him, trying to process what he had just said. Then her cheeks flushed crimson as passengers around them gasped softly. You're the owner?" she stammered. Marcus gave a small nod. "Yes, and right now, you're in my seat." The weight of his words sank in. The woman's confidence crumbled, her face twisting in embarrassment. She scrambled to gather her things, nearly dropping her purse in the process. I didn't know," she muttered, avoiding eye contact. But instead of glaring at her or letting his anger boil over, Marcus did something unexpected. He stopped her gently. "Wait," he said. His voice was calm, but it carried authority. "This flight is full, and you look like you've had a rough day. Sit back down." The woman froze again, confused. "What?" Marcus smiled faintly. "You can have this seat, I'll take another." Gasps rippled through the first-class cabin again, this time in disbelief. The flight attendant, who had been hovering nervously nearby, leaned in. "Mr. Reed, we can arrange another seat for her." Marcus shook his head. "No need, she'll be fine here." Then he turned and walked down the aisle, finding a single empty spot near the back of first class. The passengers whispered among themselves, shocked by both the revelation and his grace. The woman sat stiffly in his seat, shame washing over her. Her earlier arrogance melted into silence. She couldn't bring herself to look at him again, but the message was already clear. For the rest of the flight, Marcus leaned back quietly, gazing out of the window. He had made his point without anger, and in doing so, left everyone around him with something they wouldn't forget.